everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, we are working on designing a responsive user profile page using HTML, CSS, JavaScript and Bootstrap. So this page will allow users to view and update their personal details in a clean, modern layout. Let's dive right in and understand how the design works. So let's start from the top. Our file is called userprofile.php, and today we are focusing only on the front-end design part, the layout, responsiveness and styling. The entire page is wrapped inside a Bootstrap container fluid, which means it makes it stretch to the full width of screen. Inside that, we have simple multiple rows and columns, which helps us organize everything neatly from the header to the profile details and the sidebar. So let's break down the main layout. The profile section is divided into three main columns inside a single row. So as you can see, the first column is the profile image section. So here's the profile image section. Let me show you the preview of this design. So as you can see, here's the profile image section that is located on the left side of the profile settings. And then you can see in the next column we have the profile settings form, which is located in the center of the design. So this is the profile settings. Now let me show you the preview of this. So as you can see, the second column is in the center of the profile settings. We have the first name, the last name, the mobile. The password is disabled so that we can't change it. And then we have the email, it is also disabled. The registered date is also disabled. And then we have address line 1, address line 2, and the province, district, city, postal code and gender. And then we have the update my profile button. Now let's move on to the third column, whereas it is a small sidebar area on the right for ads and extra widgets. So now let me show you a preview of this too. So as you can see, the third column is located on the right for ads. So as you can see, each of these columns uses Bootstrap's grid classes like callMD3, callMD5 and callMD4. So in Bootstrap there are four main breakpoints or screen sizes as XS extra small, SM small, MD medium and LG large. So the number in here indicates the number of columns the element should occupy within its parent container. In this case, the call MD3 means the column will span 3 columns on medium-sized screens, and call MD5 means the column will span 5 columns on medium-sized screens, and call MD4 means the column span 4 columns on medium-sized screens. So the MD breakdown point means that this layout will store this structure on medium screens and larger but on small devices like mobiles, Bootstrap automatically stacks the columns vertically, making it perfectly responsive. Okay, let's start with the left side, the profile image section. So this column has a center aligned card style design created using a div class, that is deflex column, align items center and text center, and p3 means padding 3, py means the padding and the axis, the direction of this, the y-axis, top to bottom, and 5. So this line literally means that we are using a flex box layout, deflex, aligning everything to the center, align items center, text center, and then adding a spacing p3 and py5. So inside this section we have a rounded profile, picture and a name and an address, followed by an update profile image button. So Bootstrap automatically handles the round shape using class rounded margin top 5, and you set an custom width here 150 pixel. So this design keeps it minimal, balanced and mobile friendly. Okay, now the middle section. This is where most of the design work happens. This column is defined as column MD5 border end, which means it takes 5 columns width on medium screens and adds a vertical border to the right for separation. So inside it there's another wrapper which says div class p3 py5. So it means again it's giving it a nice padding. So at the top we have the section title as profile settings, and then we use the Bootstrap grid inside this section to organize the form fields neatly into rows and columns. For example, we have the first name and the last name, which share the same row as col6 columns. So other fields like mobile password and the email and the address line and the drop downs are stacked vertically in their own full width rows. Each label uses class form label over here, and each input uses form control, which automatically gives clean Bootstrap styling with rounded corners, padding and proper alignment. Even the password input field uses a input group to add a small icon next to it. So this is achieved by using this div class. So this line is a super simple Bootstrap trick to combine text boxes and icons in one line, clean and professional looking. Next, look at the address section. Here we have drop downs for province, district and city. So each drop down is using select class form select and the ID, which you can give province or district or city. So the form select class gives it a modern Bootstrap drop down look. So what's great is even on smaller screens these drop downs automatically resize and stack vertically thanks to the grid system. So the user can scroll comfortably without horizontal overflow. That's the part of responsive design principle. So at the end of the form there's a update my profile button. So here we have used a class that says btn primary dgrid mt2. So the dgrid makes the button stretch the full width of the container, while margin bottom 2 adds a little margin at the top. Simple but effective spacing. And then on the right side we have the small grid column called MD4, which means the column will span 4 columns on medium sized screen. So that simply displays the text display ads. So this placeholder can later be used for ads, tips or extra widgets. Again, on small screens this column will automatically move below the profile form, keeping the layout clean and scrollable. Now the best part, responsiveness. Because the design uses Bootstrap's grid system, call MD, then classes, flex utilities and container fluid structure, it automatically adapts to any screen size. So you don't need to custom media queries, Bootstrap takes care of it. So the combination of padding utilities P3, PY5 means the borders and text alignment make sure the page looks great even on mobile. Okay, now let me show you how this works. So as you can see, this is the left side column that I have told you about. This is where we can update our profile image, and then in the center we have the profile settings for the first name, last name, mobile, password, email, registered date, address line 2, and the provinces using drop downs, and district, city, and then we have the postal code, the gender, and here we have the update my profile button, and to the right we have a space where you can display ads or any other widgets. So let me show you how the responsiveness works in here. So as you can see, now I'm going to change my responsive to small screen like mobile phone. So as you can see here that the screen for small sizes, so it's also responsive. You can see the image profile here, the profile settings, and the display ads go down. And then next, so now let's see how it works for a mini iPad. So as you can see, this is how it looks looks in a iPad screen. You can see the profile image on the left, the profile settings on the center, and the display ads on the right side. So that's it for the design walkthrough of our user profile page. We have used Bootstrap to build a beautiful and fully responsive layout with minimal code. So in the next part we can connect it to the backend logic and make the update profile button work with PHP and JavaScript. So see you in the next video. Thank you.